Welcome to another episode of Social Impact Conversations podcast with myself, Untantla Shabala. Social Impact Conversations is a podcast and a platform where we sit with change makers making an impact within communities through action, advocacy, and purpose. Today is no different. In studio, my guest is a purpose-driven leader, a social impact advocate, an entrepreneur committed and empowering women and youth. She is also a finalist in the Mrs. South Africa 2025 competition, a journey she embraced as part of her personal growth, leadership development, and commitment to meaningful social impact. She is also the founder of Lesedi La Bophelo, a non-profit organization focused on women's healing, self-discovery, and purposeful living. In addition, my guest is a director of Ace Models Bedfordview. She is also a model, and she lives her life with intention to make sure that we do impact around communities. Welcome, my guest, Mrs. Lebo. So thank you very much for coming and having this conversation with me. Before we start, how are you?
Sure, I'm feeling quite excited, and it's a new year, new beginnings.
Love that. So here at the Social Impact Conversations, we actually align what you're feeling with our rainbow. So out of the rainbow color, what color would you say literally represents how you're feeling today?
Yellow.
Yellow! Seems like we've got a lot of yellow. Right, so with yellow, it says yellow represents vision and hope. And for change makers, it means that you reflect hope, clarity, and believe in a better future. We also believe in seeing possibilities where others see problems. And it also means that you believe that inspiring communities will bring up the change. And also you say you believe in leading with optimism and purpose. And it says you believe that change grows where hope is protected and shared. Always we get spot on all the time. So just also then obviously to start this conversation, I want our viewers also to know, who Lebo Mfeka is. Just where you come from. Who is this girl, this young girl named Lebo Mfeka?
Lebo Mfeka is a girl. I still refer to her as a girl because I'm still on a journey of self-discovery, healing. It's a journey. We will never reach a destination until the day when God feels it's time for you to come home. So Lebo Mfeka is a girl who's optimistic, but was not like that before, who has now found herself, who has found a passion, who has found better alignment with her purpose about what she needs to do, the impact that she needs to create.
Nice.
Lebo Mfeka is a mom, a sister, and she's a wife, most of all. And she believes in resilience. She wants to impact positively in the youth. She wants to impact positively in the women that have lost themselves. She is a business owner. Currently now just acquired Ace Models, which I feel will also help me impart what I need to impart in making changes in people's lives. She is passionate about healing. Now I've got Lesedi La Bophelo, my NPO, which is the channel I'm using to touch people's lives. So that's what Lebo is, and I believe in collaboration as well. I've just collaborated with the church in Tuba because I don't believe in impact being created where I am. I believe in diversifying it, opening it up. So I'm now we doing an amazing campaign for youth in March with we collaborated with the church in Tuba. That's where I got married. So I'm excited about such things as well.
Inspiring. As a woman who wears many hats, obviously as a businesswoman, a mother, a wife, a sister, an NPO also founder, why did you start the work that you do? You know, I believe that with social work, you know, social impact work, you just don't wake up one morning and say, this is what I want to do. Why did you start the work that you do, especially with Lesedi La Bophelo?
I lived a life of being lost, low self-esteem, low self-confidence, and not knowing my purpose, not understanding why I'm here.
Yeah.
So that was a very dark place and a very dark time in my life. And for me, growing up like that created a lot of insecurities about who I am as Lebo. And I saw the impact of who Lebo was as a wife and as a mom, as a sister, as a daughter. Okay. And for me, I felt that I don't want another woman feeling like that.
Yes.
I don't want another woman living in that dark pit, you know, because it does not define who you are. You are not truly who you are. You don't truly align. And there were times where I almost committed suicide as well, because I did not find purpose. And I can tell you now, if you do not find purpose, you will never be happy, because you'll never get to do what you want to do. So I said, when I realized and I got out of it, part of it, I then decided, not another woman, not another child. And all of this, you know, we get so consumed in thinking that we are stressed or depressed by things that you've seen, maybe the economy, maybe the partner that you've just met, maybe, you know, and we don't dig down. So with me, entering to South Africa, that's the one thing that assisted me in picking up gaps in my healing journey. Because I had started my healing journey and I thought, oh, I'm there. However, I was not reaching the point that I needed to reach.
Sure.
That's when Mrs. South Africa asked me one critical question: who is Lebo? And they said, take away your titles, take away everything else, but tell us who you are.
Yes.
And I could not answer that.
Sure.
So I had to go back, do some introspection, and find out who Lebo is. That's when I rediscovered that Lebo has not healed as a child, because she went through traumatic experiences.
Yes.
Lebo was isolated, was not liked because she was different. You know, she had green eyes, she was light skinned, therefore she was not accepted in the community. You know, and they saw her as this. I would be called a witch, I would be called a cat, and that made me lose my identity because I did not know where I fitted. You know, and I grew up with that because I was never conversational with my parents. I could not converse with them. I could not tell them because I myself could not understand what was going on because my parents treated me like a normal child. So that for me was a breaking point, and it now helping me deal with issues where I say with a woman, whoever it is that I'm discussing it, I sit her down and we don't look at what she sees, but we need to sit down and go internally where this whole thing started, because we sometimes deal with remedies, dealing with what we are seeing, but not what we are not seeing. So Lesedi La Bophelo has now been developed to do that for women.
Love that. And you know what you're saying? It's so true, because quite a lot of children, even adults, I mean, we are all created in God's image, meaning we don't look the same. You know what I mean? But I find that a lot of children are going through that, where they feel that they're different, they feel that they don't fit in, and I'm really happy with you saying that that's how or why Lesedi La Bophelo started. You know, so give us an overview what Lesedi La Bophelo is, and I know that it's a non-profit organization, but why is it there? What are the challenges that you're trying to tackle through this organization?
Listen, Lesedi La Bophelo is there to assist women and the youth around themselves to heal, so that they can play the roles that they need to play in the world that we live in. Because we are all Christians, we are all designed and created for a reason.
Absolutely.
You will never find that until you have completely healed and you are better aligned with your vision. Okay? So what I've realized, your past traumas will not let you see who you are. Because people will tell me you are beautiful, you are this, you are that, you can speak well, you can do this. I never believed any of those things because of how I saw Lebo. You know? And because of that, I did not do. I mean, Lesedi La Bophelo has always been in my mind. I didn't believe that I had it in me. You know, modeling and everything that I'm doing today,
Yeah.
I've always seen myself as that, but never believed that I was capable, you know. So for me, coming out and doing whatever it is that I thought I was never good enough, I see it fit that I need to pass it on to everyone else so that we can all align and be able to be the vessel that
We are meant to be. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
So also, obviously, some of the challenges, you know, as much as they are from personal experience,
Yeah.
around the communities. I mean, now you've actually set a footprint in Duba. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So what are the community challenges that you've seen, especially within women and even young people?
Yeah.
What are some of those
The
challenges?
challenges are if you are stuck, you are not able to think outside the box. Therefore, you cannot fend for yourself. You cannot bring the basic needs. You cannot get that. You know, I see a lot of teenage pregnancy.
Yes.
You know why? Because you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Because of the scars, you're thinking, they don't love me, and then you meet this boy who gives you money and you think that is money. So I need to teach these kids their worth, so that you know you're not defined by money or someone taking care of you.
Yeah.
You know. So Lesedi La Bophelo wants people to know their worth, wants people to understand who they are, so that we can combat these social ills that we're facing with. You know. Women must know for not their phone. I can go kilo lima and ensure that my family can eat.
Yeah.
You know, those are the things that I'm trying to tackle. Get them out of their comfort zone, get them out of their minds, so that they develop themselves and able to stand up and do their own things. You know, so for me that is critical. I need for us to stand up and do what we need to do for us to survive.
That is so true. You know, it's like if I was good to Buya, I was good to Zoya. So it's always important for all of us to heal the inner child.
Absolutely.
You know, because there's still things that I do. I still do. I'm a Tumblr, so I'm a Tumblr guys.
Yeah. Yes.
Every time I do that, my friends know that I'm happy.
Absolutely.
But it means that it's the child in
you that needs that.
Sure.
Right? We need to do that.
Absolutely.
Still come in contact with me, the ones that I'm working a journey with.
Sure.
They would call me, send me WhatsApps. I'm not feeling okay, I'm this. Then we dig down, we pray. And I'm not afraid to say I am where I am because of God.
Yes.
You know, He's the one that manufactured this whole process of mine. And I'm truly grateful for that. So I bring ladies along, and the youth as well, to make them realize that they need to forgive us. As moms, we raise them from trauma, from all these problems that we're faced with. And they need to understand and actually appreciate where we come from. We need to sit down and find a common ground. And so that whatever it is that we went through, yes, we passed it down, but let's find healing in that, so that you can find yourself. And I remember when I had one of my events, I was focusing obviously youth and women. But I thought, for some reason, God was like, don't leave me out. Right? I'm not a specialist. I don't understand how a mind works. So I cannot go there and stand in front of them and speak. So I arranged to speak. I'm a powerful man, you know. He had a session with them.
Yeah.
And I can tell you now, the feedback was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The feedback from the ladies were like, Lebo, we need more of this.
Yes.
This is when we realized that we're not the only ones going through such. You know, we need such. And for me, it doesn't cost a thing to sit and talk and listen to each other.
Absolutely.
That is what is required. But the impact thereafter is it's something.
That is amazing. Yeah, because you can't always be empowering the girl child and you leave out the boy child. Because at the end of the day, these are the boy is going to marry the girl.
Absolutely.
So if a boy is healed, the girl is healed, we are able to co-create a generation that is actually healed.
Totally agree with you.
I love that. So I know that obviously you had a beautiful, successful event that you included men as well. So just give me some of the success stories, you know, that you have experienced under this organization.
Sure. You know, for me, it's not about seeing monetary gain out of it. Okay, it was an event that I had to do for Mrs. South Africa. Through God's grace, I was able to come out with the profit that was required.
Nice.
Okay, I achieved my target. But for me, what touched my heart was people that came through, coming to me after the event and saying, Lebo, I thought I was alone. Now I understand the steps that I need to take for me to be a better person, to be a better version of myself. I was stuck here, but did not realize.
I love and appreciate the impact that you are currently doing. You know, also there's nothing that is reassuring than someone coming back to you after actually a session like that and saying, I didn't know I needed it.
Yeah.
But after this, I realized that this is exactly what I needed to move forward. So, you know, quite a lot, but it's very rare that you find them on accessible as well, or even in townships or people and organizations on the ground. Yeah, what's your take around policies and
my take, I try not to sound all negative about our current state. I feel that it is accessible to those that are privileged. Right? I'll say that because I feel that knowledge is power.
Yes.
And that knowledge is limited.
Yeah.
It's only given or it is acquired by people that are privileged. So I was talking about Komtuba, right?
Yes.
What we're trying to do there, we're trying to find land, because there's a lot of land,
Sure.
and plant so that we can go to market with those things and empower, obviously, the women and the youth, you know, and also in terms of wanting to go beyond for the youth. People think after matric I have to go to university, right? They don't understand. They don't know. They don't have the knowledge for it. I can go to an FET. I can go there. I can go there. So I think government, we need to work together. Government needs to sit with NPOs that are on the ground to understand what is it that is required, so they can better support us, you know. And instead of us now being stuck, like I want to start an agricultural project. I will need government to come through, give training, provide whatever it is that's necessary to make that a success. Because it's alleviating the pressure on government from people on depending on the grants that we are getting. So I think they need to play and focus more on such projects to help them alleviate the pressure. So we need the government to go through.
Yeah, I believe so. You know, as you are saying that, I think my previous guest was also saying that, you know, it feels like they become the red tape for NPOs, because you get land, but now you don't own the land. But you're using that land to make a difference. So where are you? You know? So yeah, I would also encourage government to obviously sit down with local NPOs, find out what it is that is needed. And you know, obviously, speaking about policies, government internally, or even as an individual, there are lessons that you've learned. You know, there are growth moments that you have within this journey. So just maybe share some of the lessons learned and also maybe the growth points that you've actually achieved.
So the lesson learned is, I'm going to go back to where I said my passion was to heal women and also heal the youth, for better sustainability of the country. And in a way, did not think about our men. And when I did that event that I did, I realized that it takes males and females that are in this household that are raising these kids for them to be mentally alive and mentally healthy, for them to do what they need to do, right? So I think now I am better equipped, and yes, and my focus is still women and the youth, but I am also trying to bring in the men so that they can also benefit from this, you know. And obviously when I say the youth, I'm no longer just looking at our girls. Even with my ACE models, I am saying all are welcome. I'm not focusing on the girls only and the ladies. I'm also focusing on our boy kids, you know, because I think it is critical to involve them and include them for better knowledge and sustainability of what they need to do in this country as well.
Hence the gender equality. I think that is amazing. That is great alignment. And let's speak about young change makers, a young Lebo out there who say, you know what, here is Lebo, and I hear what she's saying. I've got that seed planted in me. I also want to be a change maker. What advice would you give them?
I say align yourself with a person that aligns with your vision as well. We must stop being selfish as I would say more experienced change makers. You know, I think it's important to want to develop kids and upcoming youth
Mentorship,
and make sure mentorship
yeah.
is very critical. So we need to, I know there's one that has contacted me. She wants to join the Lesedi La Bophelo, and he's from Soweto.
Yes.
And I said, hang tight, I will sit with you and understand exactly what is it that you expect from this, and then we can maybe align. This person needs mentorship. This person needs to know how they can give back.
Yes.
And I'm saying, I am putting my head up there, and I'm saying, let's take all these people under our wings.
Yes.
We're not the knowers of all.
Yes.
We are there. We learn from
each other.
Absolutely. You know, they will bring ideas. Like I said, I said, guys, ask the youth, what is it that they think will better their lives?
Yes.
Now we're thinking agriculture, we're thinking school, we're thinking. I can tell you now, they've got other ideas that they have not given the platform to express.
Yeah.
So for me, it's open up the platform, be able to mentorship, to run this mentorship program with them, and give them the platform. And they should not be afraid, because whatever that is in there, God has put in there, and is made sure for it comes to
fruition. Yeah.
Yes.
That's beautiful. And just obviously looking into the future. You know, each and every organization has got a vision. You also have your goals, you know. So let's just touch on some of your future goals, and then some of Lesedi La Bophelo future goals, and the vision where you want to take it, as well as ACE models, because, you know, I think for you, it is a full-on circle, you know. Yeah, just maybe share some of those, and then just also tell our viewers how they can also get involved and even support.
Perfect. For me personally, I'd like to see myself growing beyond this. I'd like to see my personal development being better than what it was last year. You know, I want to be more impactful. I want to go across provinces. I want to see the lives of people that I've touched turn. I want to see whatever seeds that I've planted. I want to start seeing them grow, because I didn't just start last year.
Yes.
I started a while back. This is what I need to see. I need to see my family being healthy, being happy, and seeing a difference in the woman that I am now.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I need to see for myself.
Beautiful.
For Lesedi La Bophelo, ke batla Lesedi La Bophelo, even in different branches. It's kadula fela mo jobeng. I need us to heal. When a person says Lesedi La Bophelo, people must align that with healing, restoration, hope, future, youth development, giving people opportunities.
Beautiful.
This is where I see it. It scares me, because for me it's like, how does Lebo do all of that?
Yeah.
But now it's not Lebo's vision, it's God's vision.
Yeah.
So it will happen.
You are just the vessel.
I'm just the vessel that has to execute. He will make sure it does that. ACE models. I know we think modeling is all cliche, it's all about beauty, it's all about modeling and body and all that. It is not. This is an academy. We are taking the youth, we're taking the ladies, I'm opening up to even women as old as me, because I'm going to see that as another platform where I get to engage, I get to mentor, I get to heal as well. You know, yes, we're going to be modeling, we're going to be competing at some stage, but in the background, we'll be building your own self-esteem. We'll be helping you with presentation skills, because we've got a curriculum. We follow that curriculum. We ensure that as a parent, when you bring someone there, at the end of the year, you will see what this child has learned. And I am hoping that they get to live that as well. So those are the places that I'd like to see Lebo navigating through these other platforms that God has put in place.
Beautiful. And for our viewers, how can they get involved, and how can they support you? And also, with that being said, where can they find the organization, ACE models, and if they want to speak to you directly? Yeah.
Social media is powerful, so I'm utilizing that tool.
Yeah.
You know, I've got Lesedi La Bophelo. You can just search Lesedi La Bophelo, Insta, Facebook. That's where I put everything, all the details. I've got I've got ACE models, I've got a contact number, I've got also the social media platforms. Follow. I've got my personal Lebo Mfeka on all social platforms. So whatever it is that I do on those different markets, I post and communicate with people accordingly to keep them on the loop. I use TikTok as an all-rounder. I call myself mother of the nation with TikTok. You know, it's befitting. I feel.
Absolutely.
So with that, when you follow me and you follow the journey, this is where you'll get to understand who Lebo is and understand or see if you want to align with this brand. I'm open to collaboration. I'm open to mentoring. I'm open to all sorts of navigation through this life with everyone that's willing to. This is not for me.
Yeah,
it's for the future of this country. I'm hopeful. I know it's all doom and gloom currently, but I am hopeful for it will turn around.
Absolutely.
It starts with me. It takes a village to raise our babies. Therefore, we must run and take up that baton and do what we need to do.
I love that. With that is so powerful, you know. It starts with you, you know. I loved what you said earlier as well. If it's scary, that's the more reason why you must do it. So go out there and get that baton and run with it. And just before we close, I want you to define social impact in one word, or even maybe just one line, one sentence.
Transformation.
Transformation.
You need to see transformation. That the fact that you call yourself a person that transforms or wants to impact the area that you are in, you need to see it transform.
Absolutely.
I cannot call myself a
change maker.
I can't. If I don't see the transformation, then I'm not doing what I need to do. I need to go back to the drawing board. Transformation for me is the key.
So you must find me here.
Yeah.
In the dark cloud.
Yeah.
But then by the time I'm here, there must be light at the end of the time. Transformation. I love that. Thank you so much. I'm going to put you on a spot before we leave. So obviously, you know, we spoke about a lot of, we are change makers.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are people out there who are doing amazing social impact work, real social impact work, not the ones who are there for clout, you know, for pictures and I can do this, I can do that. When you think about people, even globally, who are doing social impact work, who would you say inspires you till today?
Gift of the
givers. Oh yes, gift of the givers.
Gift of the givers.
Nice.
They do have that platform. They've got the growth. They've got the muscle. Yes, you know, I will not take that away.
Yeah.
However, you can see when you walk into a situation and when they leave, you see the transformation and impact.
I love that.
So for me, that is, and there are many of them, you know, but just gift of the givers is the one that came to mind.
Nice, I love that. That is amazing. Thank you so much for this amazing conversation with you. And you know what? I wish you all the best with Lesedi La Bophelo, with Ace Models, with yourself and where you want to see yourself. And we appreciate people like you. I mean, these are actually conversations that shape our communities. And we look forward to seeing what you're going to do. And we really appreciate you being here. And with that being said, this is Social Impact Conversations with myself, Unhlanhla Shabalala. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment on this show. Till we meet again,